And good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special presentation of the Black Hills Conference Championship game, where tonight the St. Thomas More Cavaliers play host to the Rapid City Christian Comets. Well, here we go. It's the Lady Cavs. It's the Lady Comets coming from Hart Ranch to the Security First Bank Court of Champions with a title on the line, and perhaps equally as important, the #1 seed in girls Class A regional action hanging in the balance over the net tonight. And that means whoever wins this game takes the first step of 3 steps towards a state championship tournament appearance in Rapid City at the Monument in the middle of November. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Fell with you, along with Technical Director Braden Strain and Camera Operator Regan Dewar. We're thrilled to have you along with us tonight. The atmosphere is unbelievable. There has never been a time in the years that we've been covering Cavalier sports that there has been so much excitement wrapped around the football and the volleyball, both champions this fall, and reaching the final week of October with a chance to take a huge set of steps towards the very big goals that are out there. Well, the Cavaliers are getting ready, so are the Comets. These two schools, of course, were not able to play one another due to the State Activities Association scheduling in football. So it's pretty neat to have these teams meet on the hardwood tonight with so much on the line. Taking a look at the Black Hills Conference standings as we come to a final conclusion, the final game of the regular season for both of these fine programs. The Cavaliers, the Lady Cavs, they are undefeated in the Black Hills Conference. They have clinched at least a share of the Black Hills Conference title. That said, we're at 1 game back in the Black Hills Conference race. It's the Rapid City Christian Lady Comets. And the Lady Comets, they can earn a share of the title with a win tonight. And looking at the standings in the 8A region, it's clear cut. Whoever wins this game tonight will be celebrating with a first round bye next Tuesday, and they will be guaranteed to be at home in the regional semifinal round game to advance to the SODAC 16 in 2 weeks from now. Well, we're happy to have you along with us. We're fired up for volleyball. We're fired up for our #2 ranked 9-0 Cavalier football team, who gets set to play host to the Mount Vernon Plankington Titans on Thursday night in a game we will have for you. Kickoff, by the way, is early. 5 o'clock kickoff is the time on Thursday night. We'll be on the air at 4:40, so you're going to definitely want to make sure you make proper arrangements so that you can be ready to go. Hope we can be at Cavalier Field. If you can't be, we'll have the game for you right here on the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. Let's go ahead and get into the details here before we share a word from our sponsor. Looking at the 8A Conference volleyball standings, St. Thomas More 26-9, 9-1 at home this season, hosting Rapid City Christian, who was only 6-4 on the road this year and comes in with a 26-10 record. Lady Cavs have a very narrow, listen to this, a .011 lead over Rapid City Christian. The winner of this game certainly will be the number 1 seed and will be resting and not be in danger of getting eliminated in Tuesday's regional opening round. Because it's a 7-team 8A regional, 8A region, that means the number 1 seed gets the first round bye. Want to remind you, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we bring you our first ever, also known as our inaugural Fall Sports Meet the Cavaliers, where we will talk to coaches and seniors from the Lady Cavs Final Four soccer team, the Cavaliers boys playoff soccer team, the Black Hills Conference Lady Cavalier volleyball team, and also we'll get to talk to Amity Strand from the girls tennis team. We get to talk to state champion Hayden Haig with the boys golf team, and we got to talk to our very own technical director Braden Strain, who will also be on the show as a senior on this year's 3rd place Class A golf team. We are so glad to be able to bring you Meet the Cavaliers, our first ever fall sports edition. It'll be tomorrow at 2 o'clock live from the St. Thomas More weight room, and I'll be your host and hope that you can join us, or at least if you're busy at work, get back around to watching it when you have time to get to know these wonderful boys and girls that have made us so proud all autumn throughout and early and late summer in their respective sports. Well, here we go. It's the Cavaliers, it's the Comets, and first place in the 8A region is on the line. And for the Lady Cavs, a chance to earn an outright title. This is the first championship conference volleyball season in 6 years since the Lady Cavs went back-to-back in 2018 and 2019. The Lady Cavs this year have earned their 7th Lady Girls Volleyball Black Hills Conference crown. They won their first volleyball conference crown way back in 1998. Well, we're so glad you're with us tonight. It is costume night. The student body is dressed up in costume. Great to see everybody here tonight. A lot of familiar faces. I know a lot of the fans here for Rapid City Christian in my day-to-day radio duties here in town, and some of my activity and in the political realm. It's just great to see so many folks here with us tonight cheering on their respective schools. Well, as I mentioned earlier, the Cavs getting set as the number 2 seed to play host to Mount Vernon Plankington on Thursday night. We'll be on the air at 4:40, kickoff set for 5 o'clock. Understand that the Titans have definitely improved since the Cavaliers defeated MVP back in week 2. Expecting a very exciting and entertaining game. And it doesn't matter how great a team is, and we know how great these Cavaliers are this year in football, you have to dodge a bullet along the way. That's how it works. Many times that bullet comes in the second round, and especially in a second round rematch, and that's the situation at hand coming up on Thursday night. Let's go ahead and take a moment now, and we'll go ahead and get you ready to go. This message comes from our friends at Security First Bank. Cavalier fans, celebrate an amazing season with a Cavalier debit card from Security First Bank. Show your school pride every time you swipe on your way to the state championship and beyond. Security First Bank, member FDIC. Get your Cavalier debit card, fans. You got to go all over town and show your Cavalier pride. You're showing the pride of St. Thomas More High School, the pride of an undefeated football team, the pride of a volleyball team that never quits. Get your Security First Bank Cavalier debit card today. Also, Security First Bank wants to congratulate the Cavs and the Lady Cavs on an incredible season. Security First Bank is proud to cheer for our teams and support our communities on and off the field. Security First Bank, member FDIC. We want to also say thank you to these great sponsors. Collins Siding. Boy, I bet our good friend Gene at Collins Siding sure was happy when South Dakota's very own Tucker Kraft had the game of his life in that win over the Steelers Sunday night. We're happy for you, Gene, and for all of you out there looking for your work on your exterior of your home, you can trust your friends at Collins Siding, proudly serving Rapid City for over a half a century. Collins Siding, they are proud sponsors of the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. We also say thank you to Strain Chiropractic, Dr. Sarah, Dr. Jana, and the crew, wishing all of Dr. Brittany, wishing all of you the very best. And remember, you don't have to live with pain. You need to do something about it. Also, Security First Bank, we just can't say thank you enough. Coming to you live tonight from the Security First Bank Court of Champions. Other fine sponsors include Culver's Restaurant. You know, if you haven't experienced the thrill and excitement of pumpkin spice from Culver's, you're missing out. You need to change that tomorrow, maybe even tonight if you can. Culver's, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers. Other great sponsors include Quinn Construction, Shields, Watiki Water Park, and Ruby Tuesdays. Ruby Tuesdays, that's where the Cavaliers eat. Rosenbaum Signs, Meyer Dental, South Dakota National Guard, the Market at Tuscany Square, and Monument Health, the official sports, athletic, and training partners for St. Thomas More High School. I see our trainer, Kristen Whitley. She's all smiles at the end of the bench. And just can't thank Monument Health enough for their partnership. They are amazing. All right, we are getting closer and closer to starting. We had a later start. The junior varsity game was allowed to go 5 sets, and we'll be starting a little later than we originally planned. But where else do we have to be right now? I mean, this is it. This is a big night. It's a big week. We are so happy you're with us tonight. And the atmosphere is downright electric here inside Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. And we've got the whole gang here. We got our cheer coach, Tracy Stamper, playing music. We got Regan Dewar here with the camera controls. I want to thank Mr. Grimshaw for setting me up with a Diet Pepsi when I arrived. I mean, it's just that kind of night. Let's give a big tip of the hat to our outstanding second-year volleyball head coach, Michaela Phillipson. What Coach Phillipson has achieved with this team to go from a season below 500 just 2 years ago to a winning season last year, and to be playing tonight for an outright Black Hills Conference championship is absolutely remarkable. And she will give glory to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and Coach Phillipson will praise God and credit her team. But Coach, you have something to do with it, and we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You have helped bring our volleyball program at St. Thomas More to its righteous place at the very top of the Black Hills Conference. We want to take a moment and share this with you. If you get a chance tonight, you can check out the Belfouche Hill City game. I usually don't mention another volleyball game at the same time as ours, but my good friend Landon Wiley, who puts on the Hill City broadcast, he is a graphic superstar. He showed me some of his Halloween graphics. They're amazing. You got to go check them out tonight. All right, we're going to turn things over now to our public address announcer. And here we go. And we are thrilled to have you with us. Let's turn things over now to our public address announce system. And we bring you the starting lineups in the battle for the top of the Black Hills Conference, STM versus Rapid City Christian.
Enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. Good
And here we go, a championship and a first round playoff bye are on the line, and you can feel the energy coming your way tonight. Happy to have you along with us, Mike Fell, along with Technical Director Braden Strain, Regan Dewar. Happy to have you all with us. A special hello to our friends that are fans of the Rapid City Christian Lady Comets. We dedicate this broadcast, as we always do, to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and we will promote every player on both teams to the best of our ability this evening. So happy you're with us tonight. What an amazing, and I mean amazing, environment we have at the Security First Bank Court of Champions. And the national anthem sung by Caitlin Birdwell and Mara Wilkening, very moving as well. And here we go. To start things off, the Lady Comets set to serve. Here comes the serve from May Callahan. Here come the Lady Cavs. Ball knocked across by Leighton Scher. Here, the set is up. There's a spike and a point for Chloe Weber. Weber gets the scoring started. Christian tonight trying to earn a share of the Black Hills Conference title way back in early September. Spearfish in a 5-set match defeated Christian, and that was the only blemish on the Christian conference slate this year. For STM, they are undefeated in conference play, trying to run the table and earn an outright Black Hills Conference title tonight. There's a serve by Callahan. Grimshaw to Henry. Over it goes now to Christian. Here comes Weber, and there's a kill! Chloe Weber with a diagonal spike makes it a 3-0 lead, and what a start. And how about the Comets? They really brought a lot of fans with them tonight. The pride of Hart Ranch, these Lady Comets really getting after it early. Push goes to the back row by Scher, and that's a point. That time Callahan thought she was in position, but Leighton Scher with her remarkable touch shot, two-handed touch shot, able to get the ball to the back part of the zone and get the Cavaliers on the board. It's 3-1. Here comes the serve from Caitlin Birdwell. Ball is hit to the front row. Touched across and out of bounds. Christian's Maddie Allsteel had the ball go to the right, and that makes it 3-2. Lady Cavs trying to tie it. Ball hit to the back row. Now it goes to the front row. Allsteel tips it. Saved by Henry. Over to Strain. Now it goes to Christian. Spike by Weber is knocked out of bounds. That's a point for Christian. Chloe Weber has really started things out impressively. The daughter of head coach Crystal Weber. Comets up 4-2 in the opening set. Mike Fell along with Regan Dewar, Braden Strain with you tonight. There's a ball hit to the net, and that's a point for STM. STM's number 2 ranked football team, they're out here in force tonight in the student section. It's great to see these student athletes supporting each other. We really have an STM family. I know Christian has the same thing going on too. Here we go, ball hit back row, front row. Spike by Scher, that's a kill! Leighton Scher just shredded the zone for Christian and ties the game at 4 apiece. Wow, Leighton just brought it big time a moment ago. Here comes a serve by Wilkening across the net. Dugout back row, front row, spike by Weber, and that ball will score the point for the Comets, and Christian has a 5-4 advantage. We are just underway, and not to be surprised in any way, this does have the feeling of a championship match without a doubt. Back row to the front row goes to serve. Henry, the all-time assist leader at STM, playing in her final regular season home game, sets up her teammate. The Cavs get the point. We're all tied 5-5. What a remarkable career for senior Anna Henry. Perhaps the greatest Lady Cav volleyball player ever. Weber hits it across. Wilkening to Henry. Sets up Benda. There's a spike, and that's a kill. Callahan unable to turn around that vicious spike from the outside hitter, and it's 6-5. Lady Cavs now get junior Leighton Scheer to serve. Leighton, the younger sister of the great Alexa Scheer. There's a spike, and Weber ties the match. They set at 6-6. This certainly, although we've only had a dozen points so far, has the feeling of a 5-set match. We're going to be here a while tonight, and there's nowhere we'd rather be than with all of you this evening here on the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. Here comes the spike by Callahan. Wilkening back row ahead to Henry. Now to Benda. Benda with a point. Kesley Benda, who really delivers a lot of power, makes it 7-6 and puts the Cavaliers back on top. Henry to serve. Callahan, or rather, ball hit by Koyman. And there's a point for Christian. Good play there by Faith King, the 5'8" senior outside hitter, and it's a 7-7 tie. Here comes the serve from Paisley Griffith, the libero, and that's gonna be a service ace by Paisley, and Comets are up 8-7. Now the student section for Christian really getting into it. Here comes the serve, Griffith. Wilkening digs it out. Henry to Boyum. Boyum with a spike. Saved by Griffith. Pushed across by Christian. Strain to Boyum. Now to the Christian side. Weber sets up all steal. Wilkening saves it on the back row. Reverse pass to Grimshaw, and Grimshaw's shot sails beyond the outer boundary, and the Comets have a 9-7 lead. Christian's first multi-point lead since they started the game, 3-0. There's a long serve. It sails out of bounds, and it's 9-8. So glad to have you with us this evening. A lot of people watching, and this is for a first-round playoff bye, regional bye. A lot on the line here. There's a spike, and that's a point for Christian. Good play made by Faith King, who will now serve for Coach Crystal Weber. 10-8. The Comets back up by 2. Serve by King. Dug out by Strain to Henry. Grimshaw with a spike and a score. Violet Grimshaw coming through to make it 10-9. Violet, the younger sister of basketball state champion Scarlett Grimshaw. Here comes the serve. Strain gets it to the back row. The ball goes to the rafters, takes a friendly bounce for STM, and we are all tied at 10. Cavaliers on a 2-0 run, trying to retake the lead. Strain to serve. Dug out by Weber on the back row. Ahead to King. Allsteel hits it out of bounds, and the Cavs are back on top, 11-10. Coach Michaela Phillipson for STM. Crystal Weber for the Lady Comets. Two outstanding volleyball coaches. Definitely each got their team ready to go tonight. They would probably both tell you it wasn't hard. There's a point for the Cavs. It's 12-10. Ball served across by Strain. Weber to the front row. King, Allsteel spikes it. Ball dug out by Benda. Henry Gets it to Peppel. There's a one-handed save by Weber. It goes into the bench, and that's going to be a whistle and a point. Great effort individually by 8th grader Liza Kiefer. What an effort by Liza. It's 13-10. Ball goes to King, now to Allsteel. To Strain, to Henry. Ball knocked across by Cavaliers. Griffith to Benda. Henry to Scheer. Scheer with a push shot saved on the side by King. Now to Allsteel. Allsteel gets a kill. Allsteel gets a impressive play to make it 13-11 in favor of St. Thomas More. Now here comes the serve from May Callahan. Callahan gets it to the back row to Strain, to Grimshaw, to Henry. Boy, did the ball go high on that last sequence. Spike by Weber. Oh my! That's gonna leave a mark. Chloe Weber that time. I don't know what the exit velocity on that was, but I wouldn't like to hang around to find out. It's 13-12 now. Cavaliers up by 1. Comets trying to get a tie. Back row to the front row, Henry to Scheer. There's a block, an impressive block by Miley Johnson, the 6-foot middle hitter for Christian. And suddenly it's a 13-13 tie here in the opening set. Man, this is volleyball at its very finest, Black Hills Conference style this season. Henry to Peppel. Peppel with a spike. Ball goes through the rafters, but Christian keeps it going. Wow. Spike by Grimshaw, and the Cavs are back in the lead. I haven't seen that since the flubber scene in Absent Minded Professor from the 1950s Disney movie, to have the ball go through the rafters and the play still happen. Unbelievable. 14-13. Here comes the spike, or a serve by Birdwell. Spike by Allsteel is a no-doubter, and the Comets retie this game at 14-14. Here come the Lady Cavs. Spike at the net, blocked by Allsteel. And right now, it's safe to say that Maddie Allsteel has a steel curtain hanging above the net for the Lady Comets in the middle part of the zone. 15-14. Lady Cavs make an adjustment. Scheer with a floating touch shot. Weber with a spike and a point. Man, Chloe Weber, along with Maddie Allsteel, they are really playing some outstanding front row volleyball. There's a serve and a rare error on a return volley by Strain, and Coach Michaela Phillipson calls a timeout to talk to her team. 17-14. Lady Comets fans going wild here on the near side at the Security First Bank Court of Champions, and why not? This Lady Comets team playing tremendous team volleyball and really bringing it on the road. The Lady Comets have struggled away from Hart Ranch this year. They're only 6-4 on the road. But you would never know that this team struggles when they leave the ranch, as they are playing some lights-out volleyball in set number 1 tonight. Mike Fell along with Regan Dewar, Technical Director Braden Strain. Happy to have you with us tonight. If you got a chance, check out the Hill City video broadcast featuring Bill Foosh in Hill City. Our good friend Landon Wiley has set up some amazing Halloween volleyball graphics you have to see to believe. He showed them to me today, and I was blown away. Here's a play at the net. Back row, front row. There's a save by Peppel, and it's not going to be enough. And the crowd is going wild here for the Lady Comets. We haven't seen a visiting cheering section show this much emotion here at St. Thomas More High School in any sport in a long time. Peppel at the net gets the point and gets the Lady Cavs back to within 3. It's 18-15. Mara Wilkening will check into the game and serve. Great play on the floor by starter Lauren Peppel, who will take a breather on the bench. Here comes the serve by Wilkening. That serve had a lot of sink to it. Weber makes a play at the net, gets the point, and it's 19-15. Chloe Weber, man, she is a tremendous player. Here comes the serve now. May Callahan to serve, or rather check that. Faith King to serve for the Lady Cavs. There's a ball hit by Benda that goes out of bounds, and it's 20-15. I think right now the Lady Cavs seem a little over-keyed up. They're not hitting their natural shots. There's a ball hit across by Leighton Shear. It goes to Henry, now to Benda. Benda's shot blocked out of bounds by Christian senior Faith King, and it's 20-16. Lady Cavs down by 4. They have not trailed very often. St. Thomas More only losing 1 game all season, and it was out of conference. There's a serve. It's 20-17. Lady Cavs won a 5-set thriller at Hill City. Looking back, the Lady Cavs home win in September over Hot Springs, also impressive. Hot Springs were able to knock off Spearfish recently and take Spearfish out of the title race. Lady Cavs with a play at the net. Good stop there as Benda hits it into the twine. It's 21-17. Lady Cavs now must face the service game of Chloe Weber. Weber hits it across. Birdwell to Henry to Boyum. Griffith on the back row. The libero keeps it alive for the Lady Comets. Now it goes to the Cavaliers. Good push shot there by Henry. Now misdirection, dug out, but not knocked across. Good effort there, but coming up short is Kesley Benda and Caitlin Strain. 22-17. Weber to serve. And Weber's serve sails out of bounds. It's now 22-18. Anna Henry, the all-time assist leader at St. Thomas More. You better believe she wants this one in a big, big way tonight. Hits it to the back row. Now it goes to the front row. Allsteal pulls the string and scores the point. Check that. Faith King pulls the string and gets the point. It's 23-18. Lady Comets are 2 points away from claiming the opening set. Henry sets up Boyum. Boyum to the back row, and it's out of bounds. And now it is set point as the libero, senior Paisley Griffith, serves for set number 1 for Christian. Benda to Henry to Grimshaw. Grimshaw hits it out of bounds, and the Comets with a very impressive set 1 victory take a 1-0 lead in this match. Rapid City Christian wins the opening set 25-18. And the Lady Cavs, in the first time all year that we have said this here in one of our home broadcasts, find themselves in a position where they must come from behind in the match against their adversaries this evening. Let's take a moment and check the score from the World Series. Again, if you want to check out the Hill City Belle Fourche game, feel free, you can do that. But go ahead and just kind of share with you that the lost my train of thought. Let's get back to the Major League Baseball scores. Game 4 of the World Series, the Toronto Blue Jays trying to tie the World Series at 2-2. They lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 2-1. And right now, the Blue Jays have runners at second and third with nobody out. And a big opportunity for the Jays in the City of Angels to get some separation and turn the game over to their bullpen. What a game last night. I didn't stay up to see it. A couple people I know did. They said that 18-inning game was unbelievable, and I will take their word for it without a doubt. All right, gonna get ready to go here. Happy Halloween to all of you fans. Do you have your costume picked out? Did you get your pumpkins purchased and carved with the jack-o'-lantern? Hope everybody has had a chance to watch a scary movie or two. I watched my favorite one last week, and I won't say what it is because I never know what anyone thinks if I say what scary movie I like. All right, we're getting ready to start the second set momentarily. And we're so glad to have you along with us. And we're getting set to begin the second set. There's a great opening point for Christian. Chloe Weber comes in and drops the hammer on the defensive front for STM. It's 1-0 Lady Comets. The opening point was scored by Chloe Weber on a kill back in the first set as well. If you're a Comets fan watching, that is a good harbinger of things to come. There's a point for STM. Cavs have tied this second set at 1-1. STM does not want to fall behind in a set like this here in set number 2. Served by Strain to the back row, and it goes a little too far. Check that. That was Caitlin Birdwell, whose serve went a little too far. It's 2-1 now. Here comes a play at the net. Henry gets it to Shear. Henry pushes it across. Paisley Griffith, back row, front row. King to Weber. Oh my, what a point. Chloe Weber. I don't know what her A game, B game, or C game looks like because this is the first time I've seen Chloe play this season. But if this isn't her A game, well, I mean, geez, she has been remarkable. Here we go. It's 3-1 Lady Comets. Cavs looking to respond. Peppel hits it hard over the line. King to Weber. Hit to the back row, front row by Benda. To Henry to Shear, who gets the point as the ball ricochets off the shoulder of Madison Koyman, the 8th grader in there right now for Crystal Weber. It's 3-2. Here comes the serve for Moira Wilkening for STM. Wilkening has it go to back row, front row. Weber hits it hard and scores, and it's 4-2. Christian up by 2 points now. Here comes a back row, front row sequence. Benda hits it across. Weber, reverse pass, gets it out to Liza Kiefer, and it's knocked out of bounds. By STM, it's 5-2. There is something about Christian. They are just so assignment sound, and they just don't give you anything easy. You really have to work to get a point against Christian. There's a ball hit out of bounds. An unforced error, a rare error by 5'8" senior Faith King. It's 5-3. Here comes a serve by Leighton Shear. Shear hits it over. Griffith to Weber. Over it goes. There's a kill by Brecklin Hermanson, the 5'9" sophomore. So not only is a first round playoff bye on the line tonight, and either a share or an outright Black Hills Conference title, but games like this go a long ways to determining maybe who some of the parochial school volleyball players, where they want to go play. And there's a lot more on the line than what meets the eye, and there's a lot on the line with what meets the eye too. There's a spike by Allsteel and a score. It's 7-3. But I'm sure there's probably some second graders, third graders, maybe some fourth graders, fifth graders out there, and they're saying, gosh, who should I play for? Where should I go? There's a spike by Benda. Front row, back row. What an amazing play by Faith King. That might have been the play of the year. How did Faith King do that? She reacted like she does it all the time. We've never seen that before on the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. There's a play at the net. Point goes to Christian. It's 8-3. Wow. And Coach Phillipson needs to call a timeout. Right now, STM appears to be overwhelmed. And that's exactly what Coach Crystal Weber and the Lady Comets were going for, was to come in and play their best volleyball. And man, did they ever. And now Coach Phillipson challenging her Lady Cavs to dig deep, to find a way to get back in this match, trailing 9-3 in the second set and trailing in the match 1-0. Let's check on what's going on at Dodger Stadium in Game 4 of the World Series, and we'll see what we got here in LA. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Dodgers 1. If the Blue Jays can win this game tonight, the series is guaranteed to go back north of the border to Toronto, Ontario. We're back to action. Benda has her shot blocked. It goes to Henry. Benda hits it hard, gets a point on the deflection. It's 9-4. STM still a part of this match. They have clinched at least a share of the Black Hills Conference title, but they want to win it outright. And Christian trying to earn a share and trying to get the #1 seed in the AA region. If they do that, the Lady Comets will get the night off Tuesday night. STM, on the other hand, would be hosting Belle Fourche. And we'll have it for you if that game is required for STM to play. There's a ball hit hard, and there's a point scored by Allsteel. Good play there by Maddie Allsteel. It's 11-4, and right now the Lady Comets really starting to get some separation. Henry takes it on the front row to Benda. Oh, there's a great kill. Benda knocks Paisley Griffith to the court with that spike, and it's 11-5. There's nowhere to hide when that happens. Give Paisley Griffith credit. She did the best she could. Benda hits it across, saved by Griffith. Over it goes to Allsteal, and she hits it across, and Benda with a rare unforced error, and it's 12-5. The Lady Comets, you can feel the momentum. Head coach Crystal Weber, assisted by Dennis Jorgensen, Lacey Compton, and Trina Thorne. We know Trina from her days at STM. Here we go, ball hit across to Christian. Allsteal hits it over. Ball goes to Bird Strain, and now Grimshaw hits it into the net. And right now, everything seemingly feels so hard for the Lady Cavaliers to accomplish. The little things seem hard. The big things seem even harder to accomplish. Peppel hits it hard and barely gets it in. Let's see if that sparks the Cavs. Lauren Peppel able to make a good play there. Make it 13-6. Peppel off to a good start this evening. Understand Lauren has a lot of her family watching around the country. I talked to her father in the social hall area cafeteria before the game, and appreciate the Peppel family. There's a ball hit across. Knocked away out of bounds by Allsteal, and it's 13-7. Lady Cavaliers down now by only a half a dozen. Here comes a serve. Ball hit to the back row. Griffith hits it across. Ball hit by Weber. Good play at the net. That's been missing so far for STM. There's another great play at the net. Allsteal to Weber. Kept alive by Peppel. Birdwell to Henry to the back row. Griffith to the front. Weber, there's a block and there's a score. And that's exactly what has not been in place but might be changing for STM. That was the first time where Lady Cavs on consecutive points have just been outstanding, making plays at the net against that formidable front line trio for Christian. Christian able to get a point. It's 14-8. Lady Cavs trying to fight their way back into this game. Down 6 in the second set, trailing the match 1-0. Ball barely gets over the net. Now it goes to the STM side. There's a spike by Shear. Kept alive by the Lady Comets. There's a ball hit across by Weber. It goes out of bounds, and it's 14-9. Maddie Allsteal will check out for Coach Crystal Weber. Now the Lady Cavs set to serve. Glad you're with us. Mike Fell along with camera operator Regan Dewar, technical director Braden Strain. Thrilled to be with you on this October 28th, 2025. Weber hits it over the net. Kept alive by Benda to Henry. Oh, what a tremendous sequence there by STM to keep this point going. Ball hit to the back row. Saved by Birdwell. Henry to Strain. Now it goes to the Christian side. Spike at the net by Allsteal, and it's blocked away out of bounds by either Shear or Peppel, I couldn't tell. And it's 15-9. Lady Cavs down by 6. And now the Comets student body trying to challenge the Cavs students to making some noise. And Cavs fans, students, they're not into those games. A lot of the football players just focused on the game itself. And how about that? I want to thank Coach Tracy Stamper letting us know the Jays are now up 6-1 over the Dodgers. How about that? The American League East champs fighting back in this great World Series, this wonderful fall classic. There's a ball hit across by STM out of bounds. It's 17-9. Here comes the serve by Madison Koyman. Now, what an effort by Christian. Man, Weber, she gave all she could. Gets a big smile from her mom, who coaches the team from the sideline. It's 17-10 in favor of Christian. Here comes Wilkening. And there's a ball hit out of bounds. And Max Speed, I love Max. he had something to say to the Comets students a moment ago, and when Max talks, everybody listens. Max, who leads the Cavs in scoring in football and leads the prayers before and after the game, is won by St. Thomas More. It's 17-12. Here comes a serve by Mara Wilkening. Wilkening gets it across to Weber. Back to Weber. Weber with a spike and a score. Oh my. I don't know if anyone has hit the ball harder, more consistently in one of our broadcasts than Chloe Weber. If Chloe ever decided to pull the string, I could only imagine what might happen next. There's a great play at the net made by Shearer, and it's 18-13. And don't look now as Leighton Shearer gets set to serve, but the Lady Cavs threatening to get themselves back into this second set. Great serve by Shearer. Lady Comets hit it across. Shearer to Henry. Sets up Benda. Benda hits it hard, and that's a point. And it's suddenly a 4-point game. Coach Phillipson liking the resiliency of her ball club. Lady Cavs trying to make it a 3-point game here in set number 2. Koyman to King. Across to STM. Benda to Henry, and what a block. What a great block by Brecklin Herbenson, the middle hitter for Christian. 19-14. These two teams tonight, they're playing like they are definitely contending teams to get to the state tournament, which will be right here the third week of November here in Rapid City. Henry gets it to Benda. What a nice dig there by King. It goes to Weber, back to King, who scores the kill. Faith King playing like a all-state player tonight. Makes it 20-14. Paisley Griffith to serve. Front row, back row. Play at the net. STM keeps it alive. I think the fans for Christian thought the play was over. No, it wasn't. Henry to Benda. Benda shot blocked. Ball goes down at the net. Pushed across by Allsteel. Should have been let go. It would have got out of bounds by Wilkening. Now it rolls over the net. Good play there by Benda on the front row. Dig by Birdwell. Across to Griffith. Over from Weber to a hitting King, who scores to make it 21-14. And the Lady Comets have reasserted themselves in what looks like a football score right now. It's 21-14. Christian, who suddenly saw their big lead evaporate to 4 points, now is back up by 7. And more importantly, Christian is only 4 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead in this set. Man, want to thank Landon Wiley. He is the king of the graphics in the Black Hills Conference. You wouldn't believe, you can go check it out if you want to, and then come on back, keep watching our broadcast. But if you go to the Hill City video broadcast, you can see amazing graphics. I mean, I couldn't believe my eyes. Hill City defeated Belle Fourche in the first set, 25-13. We're ready to go. Paisley Griffith gets it to the STM side. Good spike there by Benda. There's a point for STM. It's 21-17. And now another point for the Lady Cavs. Is 21-16. Here we go. We go to Allsteel. Ball dug out on the back row by Caitlin Strain. Now it goes back and forth. Push shot is barely in bounds. What a good decision and even better execution by Christian. This is such a smart team, Rapid City Christian. Of course, what a great school Rapid City Christian is. St. Thomas More trying to respond. They hit the ball out of bounds, and it's 23-16. And now the Lady Comets only 2 points away from taking a 2-0 advantage in this pursuit for the Lady Comets to get a share of the Black Hills Conference title with STM. Play by Kaiser, that's a point. Wow. 24-16. It's set point. Faith King to serve for the Lady Comets. Served by King to Strain. Ahead to Henry, to Grimshaw. Grimshaw hits it across. Going for the set here, it's Allsteel, and there's a block by Boyum to keep the Lady Cavs alive in the second set for at least another point and earn a service opportunity. It's 24-17. Benda to serve, no margin for error. Lady Cavs serving in the set point. Allsteel to the front row. Spike by Allsteel, saved by Henry. Goes to Strain to Henry. Across down to Christian. Spike by Allsteel, and there's another block by Boyum and another point for STM. It's 24-18. Lady Cavs just trying to hang on by a thread in the second set, not wanting to fall behind 2-0 in the match. There's another block and another point. Lady Cavs with 3 straight points, pulling to within 5. It's 24-19. Kesley Benda to serve again. No margin for error. Benda serves to the back row. Weber to the front row. King to Allsteel, saved by Henry. To Boyum. Here comes Peppel. She pulls the string, gets it across. There's a ball hit across. Oh, it's hit into the rafters. Trouble for STM. They hit it too many times, and Christian wins the second set and gets a standing ovation from the Lady Comets fans here in attendance. Christian wins the second set 25-18, which is a carbon copy of their first set victory, 25-18. Wow. Man alive. We'll just take a slight break here, get ready to bring you the third set. And here we go. Got another update from Landon and that game down in Hill City in the Southern Hills. Hill City won both of their sets, 25-14, 25-14. If this score holds, the Lady Cavaliers will be at home against Belle Fourche on Tuesday night. Coach Phillipson talking to her team. Lady Cavs are not out of it yet. They just need to storm back. Storm back with a rally. One play at a time is what the Lady Cavs need to do. What can you say about this Christian team? I am so impressed. Spearfish gave Christian their only conference loss back on September 12th. Christian and St. Thomas More have not lost a game, a match, in a long time. And this has felt like a championship game. STM, which features such a strong home court advantage, getting a real challenge tonight. St. Thomas More down 2-0. Join us at 2 o'clock tomorrow. The Lady Cavs and the Cavs members, seniors from the soccer teams, this volleyball Lady Cavs Black Hills Conference Championship team, as well as we're going to have Corey from the writer from the cheer team, Amity Strand from the girls tennis team, our very own technical director, Braden Strain, state champion golfer, Hayden Haig, and also the other senior on the team. I think that's Sebastian Wall joining us as well. And all the coaches, they're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. 2 o'clock, it's Meet the Cavaliers Fall Sports Edition. Crowd chanting on the visitor section, here we go, Comets, here we go. Comets trying to take down STM on the road, earn the top spot in the 8A region, and earn a share of the Black Hills Conference title with STM, who earned a share of the title at Belle Fourche on Tuesday night. Weber hits it hard. This time she doesn't get the opening point, at least not yet. Back row, front row. Play by Allsteel, and the Cavs for the first time tonight get on the board first to start a set. That brings a big smile from outstanding STM head coach Michaela Phillipson. It's 1-0 now. Here comes a serve by Benda. Kept alive in the back row by the libero, Paisley Griffith. Allsteel tries a little lob touch shot, and it doesn't climb over the net. It's 2-0. Lady Cavs off to a good start. Benda serves to the back row, and it's just a bit outside, and it's 2-1. Allsteel set to serve, trying to tie this third set at 2. Here's a ball hit across by Grimshaw out of bounds, and we're tied at 2. And there's a ball hit across. All right, it's 3-2. Here comes the serve. Birdwell, back row, front row. There's a spike by Weber. Did it land in bounds? No, it did not. Great play by STM, but Weber hit it so hard that the block went over the back row. I don't think we've seen that in any game this year. Here come the Lady Cavs. What a hit by Leighton Scheer. And it's 4-3, STM back up by 1. Lady Cavs trying to fight their way back, down 2-0 in this match. They don't want to have to play on Tuesday, but they might have to. There's a play at the net. Cavs lose the point, and we're back to a 3-3 tie. Chloe Weber will serve for Rapid City Christian. I want to say happy Halloween to all of you fans. What a great holiday Halloween is. It's really special, especially for the kids. Peppel to Henry. Hits it across. Ball tapped over to Henry. Now it goes to Strain. Blocked from Peppel by Kaiser. Or Liza Kiefer, rather, and it's 5-3. Man, Liza Kiefer, she's only an 8th grader. She is playing as someone that has got a very bright future at Christian. Henry to Peppel. Peppel hits it strong to the back row. Griffith to Weber to King. Kept alive on the back row by Koyman. Now back row, front row over to STM. Henry sets up Boyum. There's a kill by Madison Boyum. The senior playing in her final regular season home game. Makes it a 5-5 tie here in the third set. STM trailing this match 2-0. Ball hit hard by Wilkening, and it's barely inbounds. Great play by Mara. She sang the national anthem, and right there, she celebrates a great service ace at 6-5. Wilkening to Griffith to Weber. Now to King, and there's a point by King. King able to knock the ball down the hatch, making it a 6-6 tie. Mike Fell along with Regan Dewar, our camera operator, Braden Strain, our technical director, thrilled to have you along with us tonight. Ball hit into the rafters, now hit out of bounds. That play never went anywhere. In fact, it went in reverse. 7-6 Comets. Christian with Griffith to serve, the libero for Crystal Weber. Here comes the Lady Cavaliers. Benda gives it to Weber, and there's Allsteel with a spike and a kill. The front row for Christian with Weber, King, and Allsteel, absolute dynamite. Dynamite, I say. 8-6. Lady Comets to serve. Here comes STM. Henry to Benda. Play at the net. Boyum to Henry to Benda. Benda's shot blocked out of bounds by Kiefer, and it's 8-7. STM down by 1. Crowd chanting "Go Big Blue" and "Go Big White." A lot of STM pride right now. You can feel it anytime you come through the building here at 300 Fairmont Boulevard. There's nothing like Cavalier pride. There we go. Henry hits it to the back row. Griffith to the front row. King hits it over, and there's a point. And it's 9-7 for the Lady Comets. Faith King to serve. King serves to the back row. Henry over to Strain, over to Grimshaw, who hits it out of bounds. It's 10-7. So glad you're with us tonight. Join us on Thursday at 4:40. We'll bring you the football playoff game. St. Thomas More in the second round hosting the Mount Vernon Plankington Titans. The Titans are 5-4 and have won 4 games in a row under their first-year head coach. A much improved Titans team than the one the Cavaliers defeated 29-8 back in August. There's a ball hit across and inbounds just enough for Christian. It's 11-7. And now the Lady Comets really threatening to get the sweep. Wait, how about the Cavs student body? They are not giving an inch. They're fighting hard for their Lady Cavs tonight. Here we go. Play made at the Net by Grimshaw, kept alive by Weber. Here comes a spike by Allsteel, hit up into the air with a rafters version of Plinko unfolding. Henry to Grimshaw, she hits it across. Griffith saves it. There's a spike by Kiefer. Now the ball hit across by Grimshaw. King to Allsteel, play at the net. What a great dig by Paisley Griffith. And there's a confused play by Henry, and man, that play right there kind of sums up the night. And listen to these Comet fans on their feet going wild for their Lady Comets, who are in their all navy blue jerseys with the white numerals, Comets across the back, and the gold trim. 12-7. The St. Thomas More Lady Cavs, under the direction of head coach Michaela Phillipson, doing the best they can, but it just hasn't been enough, at least so far. Christian defeated STM 25-18 in set one, and did the same in set two, and they currently lead by 5, 12-7 in set number 3. If this match finishes with the Lady Comets on top, they'll get a share of the title. I'm sure they'll get to keep the traveling trophy with the head-to-head victory. They'll get the first round playoff bye on Tuesday. And on top of that, the Lady Comets will also get a big seeding boost in the statewide point standings, perhaps, if they can advance to the SODAC 16 in the state tournament. Kiefer hits it strong. Henry digs it out. Benda across to Weber to the front row. King to Weber, and Weber's spike sails out of bounds. It's 12-9. STM is pulled to within 3 here in set number 3. Lady Cavs trying to take the lead, trying to rally and take the lead in the third set. Allsteel hits it right to Coach Phillipson. That's a point for the Cavs. It's 12-10. This is the closest STM has been in a long time in any set we've played. Serve is out of bounds by Birdwell, or by Caitlin Strain rather, and it's 13-10. St. Thomas More down 3. Lady Comets halfway to a clinching third set win and a match point victory. There's a serve, goes out of bounds. It's 13-11. Here comes Kesley Benda. Benda to serve. Hits it across. It goes from the back to the front. Play at the net. Hit up into the air. Ball is hit hard to Caitlin Strain. It's 14-11. Now the Lady Comets, with Griffith getting high fives from all of her teammates and Coach Weber celebrating. Still time to go, and there's another point for Christian. It's 15-11. Just reading the facial expressions for either team, for both teams, this feels like this is going to be it tonight. There's a spike by Scheer. It's 15-12, but this is the first time I've seen the Lady Cavaliers, from the players to most of the coaches, not Coach Phillipson, but a number of the coaches, just kind of feeling resigned to what has transpired to this point. Long hit goes out of bounds by Birdwell. It's 16-12. 9 points to go for RCC to get a set sweep over STM here on the road at the Security First Bank Court of Champions. There's a hit across, and it's 17-12. Serving is Madison Koyman, an 8th grade outside hitter. Good serve by Koyman. Play by Birdwell, simultaneous possession at the net. The play goes on. Henry to Shear. Good spike there by Layton. Ball hit to the back row. Up it goes. Henry pushes it to Peppel. Peppel hits it out of bounds, and it's 18-12. This 8th grader Koyman continues to serve for Christian. Christian 7 points away from tying STM atop the Black Hills Conference standings in 2025 and earning the #1 seed in the volleyball postseason seedings, and forcing STM to be the 2 seed to take on Bellefouche Tuesday night. There's a good serve. Cavs get the point. It's 18-14. So glad you're all with us tonight. Want to thank our friends with Christian tuning in. Great to have all of you aboard this evening. There's a kill by Chloe Weber. That left zero doubt. That serve was hit hard. 19-14. Lady Comets up by a handful. They've been a handful for the home team tonight. Ball hit to the back row, front row, over to the Christian side. King hits it hard, and it goes out of bounds. 19-15, Lady Cavs trying to dig deep, find a way. Wilkening checks in for Lauren Peppel. Wilkening to serve. Wilkening has had a pretty good game tonight. Ball goes to Griffith, to Koyman, now to King. King hits it over. Birdwell to Henry. Over to Benda, and Benda bounces it off of Weber out of bounds to bring the Lady Cavs to within 3. And now the Lady Cavs fans trying to make some noise. Let's hear it for the Lady Cavs. They're fighting back, refusing to go away. Wilkening to Koyman, now to Griffith, to King. Wilkening, front row to Henry, sets up Benda. Benda pulls the string. It's saved by the Lady Comet somehow, some way. Benda with a spike and a point. Kesley Benda makes it a 2-point game here in set 3. The Lady Cavs are fighting back. Wilkening has been just what the Lady Cavs needed from a service standpoint. Mara serves it to the back row. Griffith gets it to Weber, to King. Wilkening to Henry, setting up Benda on the outside. Benda hits it across. Pushed ahead by Weber. To Benda, who has Weber hit it into the air, and the ball keeps going. The whistle never sounded. The Lady Cavs thought they had a point, and they do. Give credit to the STM side judge for waving her flag and giving the Cavs the point. And how about St. Thomas More? A sign of life and a sign of fight. And man, that was something. It's 19-18, and for the first time tonight, Coach Crystal Weber calls timeout. The Lady Cavs are getting off the floor. They're dusting themselves off, and here on costume night, they are fighting back like Halloween zombies. The Lady Cavs are fighting back, refusing to go away against the Lady Comets. Oh, man. Got to be proud of the Lady Cavs. They refuse to lose. They want this title to belong 100% to them. They want the trophy, and they want the night off Tuesday. Wilkening serves to the back row and gets another ace. There's a shank return by Griffith, and it's 19-19. Lady Cavs will serve for the lead here in the third set. Wilkening serves to the back row. Griffith to Weber. Here comes King. Block at the net, and that's going to be a point for Christian. And the Lady Comets retake the lead, 20-19. Paisley Griffith to serve. Griffith to the back row, to Henry. Great spike and a kill by Benda. And we have 20-20 vision here at STM in the third set. First team to 5, wins by 2, gets this third set. You can feel the Cavs are got something inside that's burning right now. There's a delayed hit across by Kiefer. Spike by Benda, and Benda, she has been an absolute windmill on the outside in the last 5 minutes of this match. It's 21-20. Henry to serve, the soon-to-be all-state setter. Don't say that 5 times fast. Wilkening to Henry. Now it goes to Benda, who gets another point. Kesley Benda is taking over this set. And Coach Weber needs to call a timeout again. How about Coach Phillipson and the Lady Cavs? Benda gets absolutely slapped so hard by Lauren Pepple. Lauren is so excited by how Kesley is hitting that she just hit a big slap that hurt her teammate. Kind of a funny moment there as the Lady Cavs get their instructions from Coach Phillipson. Well, now the STM players are challenging Christian to a football game. Christian doesn't want to do that. I know that's for sure. Who wants to play the Cavs? Not the Comets. 22-20. STM up by 2 here in the third set. The Comets, by the way, have never defeated St. Thomas More in football. We don't know if they ever will. Here we go, back to volleyball. Ball goes to the front row, pushed ahead by Allsteel. Henry to Benda with a spike at the net. There's a point by Allsteel. Great play by Maddie. It's 22-21. And now King to serve for Christian. King serves it across. Benda to Henry. Ball tapped across. Kiefer gets it over to Henry. Reverse set to Benda. Benda scores again. Kesley Benda. If she goes trick-or-treating at Hart Ranch, they're not going to give Kesley Benda any candy in a couple nights from tonight. 23-21. Here comes a serve for the Lady Cavs. Allsteel, what a dig by Wilkening. Lady Cavs 2 points away from winning the set. There's a point for Christian. 23-22. And now Christian to serve. STM leading 23-22 in the third set. They have fought their way back and really gotten the fans for both teams on the edge of their seat here. Wilkening to Henry to Scheer. Scheer hits it to Callahan, ahead to King. Weber with a play at the net. Allsteel sets up King. King to Allsteel. There's a block, and that's a point, and it's 24-22. It's set point for STM. You can never count out these Lady Cavs. And if the Lady Cavs could win this set, they might just take this match. You get that feeling. Here comes a serve from Benda into the net. Oh no, 24-23. You better believe Benda would love to have that back again. Kesley Benda, without you, we wouldn't be in this position. Set point. Benda to Henry to Peppel for the set. She pulls the string. Ball is hit back to Weber. Weber to Henry to Grimshaw to Scheer. Dug out by STM. The play goes on. Henry to Scheer, and that's a winner! That's a set winner for STM! And the Lady Cavs force a fourth set! Wow! The Comets fans are stunned, and the Lady Cavs have stormed back to make it a 2-1 match. What a remarkable recovery. The Lady Cavs on Halloween week fighting back like zombies from what appeared to be a fateful end, a frightful end. And the Lady Cavs now will regroup and try to build on what just worked and try to tie this match at 2-2. Wow. What can you say about the Lady Cavs and their fight, their character, and their heart? This Lady Cavs team that has clinched a share of the Black Hills Conference title, trying to win an outright title tonight and trying to defend their home court. STM has only lost one match at home this season, and it was outside of conference play. Can't remember who it was against. And for the Lady Cavs, well, they've got to build on what worked in the rally and come back and win in the third set. And you can't say enough about Kesley Benda. Kesley Benda was absolutely unstoppable in the second part of set number 3. And when Benda can take her game to that place, STM is going to be really hard to stop. And now Christian is challenged. I think Christian may have just a little bit let their guard down or thought this game was over. And now Christian will have to find a way to win one more set to win this match. 2-1, the Cavs trail. Let's go ahead and check baseball. Major League Baseball, our score in the bottom of the ninth, Toronto 6, Los Angeles 1. The World Series about to be tied, it appears. And want to go ahead and pass this score along from our good friend Landon Wiley. We sent all of our viewers over to check out the Halloween graphics. I wish Landon could send like kind of a zombie graphic to us right about now as Lady Cavs dug themselves out of a big hole and have stormed back. Let's see if we can check the score here from earlier tonight. Hill City wins 3-0. They win 25-14, 25-14, 25-8. Want to thank Landon, encouraging his viewers to come on over and watch this epic battle for the title here tonight in the Black Hills Conference. I'm looking forward to this match all day long, and man, is it delivered no matter how this game turns out. And there is Maddie Allsteal with a pair of service aces, and the Comets have a 2-0 lead. Allsteal to serve. Allsteal hits it to the back row. Benda to Henry. Henry to Grimshaw, who hits it into the net. And suddenly STM is down 3-0. And Coach Phillipson is pointing to something. And we may have an officials timeout. We'll have an officials conference. Not sure what was going on, but Coach Phillipson did not like something she saw, and the officials will talk things over. Great to see all the creative costumes for the STM student body. I see a cow. Our very own technical director, Braden Strain, was dressed up like a lemur. Max Speed, he is in some kind of cosmic creature outfit, our all-state performer on the football field. What a legend Max is. Here we go, we're back to action. King pushes it across. It goes to Henry. There's a spike and a kill by Scher, and boy did St. Thomas More need that point. It's 3-1, and now the student body going crazy for the Lady Cavs. What a difference the students have made. I think they really helped the Lady Cavs with that comeback. Benda with a great serve. Weber to King to Weber. There's a spike and a point for Chloe Weber. Chloe has been outstanding tonight. The daughter of head coach Crystal Weber. Now Koyman to serve. The 8th grader for Christian. Serves to Birdwell, or rather to Strain, to Henry, to Peppel. Ball hit across. STM regroups. Henry to Scher with a spike, and that'll be a point. It's 4-2. If Christian can win this 4th set, they will win the match, claim the top seed in the 8A region, and will celebrate a share of the Black Hills Conference title. Christian lost to Spearfish back in September, their only loss of the season, and that was a hard-fought 5-set match on the road. Peppel to Henry, back to Peppel. Peppel shot blocked, she keeps it going. Henry pulls the string, hits it over. Now here comes Weber with a kill. What a tremendous spike by Chloe Weber. Weber so hard to defend. If you can't block her spike at the net, it's good night. Here comes a spike, or a serve rather. Peppel hits it over. There's a struggle by the 8th grader, Liza Kiefer, to keep the play alive. It's 5-3. Lady Cavs down 2 in a must-win set for STM. Trying to force a 5th set. Ball hit at the net. Kiefer keeps it alive. Griffith hits it out of bounds, and it's 5-4. STM now down only 1. These two teams have really given their all, and you can sense fatigue starting to become a factor for both of these teams as we go into the middle stages, approach the middle stages of the 4th set. And you're starting to see it, like right there where Kiefer hits it into the net. We're tied 5-5. These teams are playing a championship match, and you have to know that conditioning could play a role before it's over. Ball hit to the back row. Koyman can't turn it around, and the Cavs have their first lead in the 4th set. They trailed 3-0 to begin the 4th set. They've scored 6 of the last 8 points. Here comes a serve into the net by Scher. You don't see that every day. 6-6 tie. Black Hills Conference Volleyball doesn't get much better than this. What a special match this has been. Peppel hits it to the back row, and Koyman can't handle it. The 8th grader, a bit overwhelmed in the moment perhaps. Lady Cavs up 7-6. Wilkening to serve. Mara Wilkening goes into the air, hits it to the back row, and it sails out of bounds. That will tie this 4th set at 7-7. Good to see our friend Kyle Courtney, the activities director for Christian here. He just walked in front of our view here. We could see just fine, but we'll share that. There's a play at the net. Ball hit across. now hit backwards. Christian hits it across. King to STM side. Play by Birdwell and a block by Kiefer. It's 8-7. Christian on top by 1. If Christian can find a way to win this set, they'll win the match 3-1. Lady Cavs trying to tie this match at 2-2. There's a good play by Boyum. She hits it over. King has it dug out by Birdwell to Henry. Play at the net, and that's a point for the Lady Cavs. Block goes out of bounds for Christian. Right now, this fourth set about as tight as a newly strung guitar. Here comes the serve to the back row by Henry. Weber to the front. All steal with a spike and a point. The block goes out of bounds from Boyum and Grimshaw, and it's a 9-8 lead for Christian. Neither team able to get any momentum generated in this fourth set. There is a serve across the way. Great play by Benda. Hit to the front row, and that's a point. It's 9-9. Lady Cavaliers ready to serve. Strain to the back row. Callahan to King, and oh, what a kill by Weber. When Chloe Weber goes airborne and does that, man alive. 10-9 now. Christian to serve. Maddie Allsteel, who's had an outstanding match, serves beyond the outer boundary, and we're tied 10-10. Neither team can get anything going against the other here in the fourth set. And you sense fatigue starting to really impact the proceedings as we go deeper into this match. There's a point for the Lady Cavs. Back up in this fourth set, 11-10. Kesley Benda, who has single-handedly kept the Lady Cavs in this match with her third set dominance. There's a block of Weber at the net. That's how you defend Weber. Blocker at the net. Dig by Burt by Strain. Here comes Weber again, and this time Strain can't get underneath the spike, and it's an 11-11 tie. Man alive, this set goes back and forth like a metronome. Here comes a serve by Callahan. Now it goes to Grimshaw. Across the way. Play by the Lady Comets. That's a hit out of bounds by Weber. And now it's 12-10 in favor of St. Thomas More. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth we go. Who wins set number 4? We don't know. Here's your rhyme for the night. Mike Fell along with Reagan Dewar, Braden Strain. Happy to have you along with us tonight. So glad to have our friends at Christian with us this evening. With the ball, it is Peppel. She hits it over. Ball dug out, now hit back to King, and her shot, her hit is blocked at the net, 13-11. Should be noted, this is the first 2-point advantage the Lady Cavs have had in the fourth set. Man, are these Lady Cavs digging deep in this one. King to Weber, and there's a block by Leighton Shear, and it's 14-11. And Coach Weber needs to call another timeout for the Lady Comets. Wow. And look at these fans. I don't know, Regan, if we can show the students, but they are so into it for the Lady Cavs right now. And they are really making some noise and defending the home court here at the Security First Bank Court of Champions, and they're asking the Lady Comets fans why they're so quiet right now. Well, the Lady Comets have the lead in this match 2-1. This has been an intense match, but right now in the fourth set, riding the momentum of a dramatic third set comeback, spearheaded by Kesley Benda, and with some great serving, by the way, by Mara Wilkening. The Lady Cavs, they're still fighting. They're still standing. They are 11 points away from claiming the fourth set in this one. It is special when these teams play, whether it's football or baseball, basketball, soccer, or volleyball. You have to love when these teams meet, and there's a ball hit up into the air. Weber, I think, lost track of it. Ball was hit up into the air by May Callahan, and it's 15-11. And it just feels like the air is out of the balloon right now for Christian. They do not have the same energy, mojo, or momentum that they showed throughout most of the first three sets. It's 16-11. Now set to serve, it's Caitlin Birdwell for St. Thomas More. Birdwell serves to the back row. Weber to King. Here comes Weber. There's a block. Griffith keeps it alive. Push shot by Christian. Here comes Peppel with a hit, and there's a point for Christian at 16-12. Some of the fans for St. Thomas More don't like it, and I can see where their point was that might have been an early whistle. But I always tell everyone I am not a volleyball expert, not even close. Here we go. Peppel hits it hard, and there's a point. 17-12. Lady Cavs back up by 5. I can't put into words the pride we have for our Lady Cavs right now. This looked like it was over, but it wasn't. There's a slap out of bounds by King, and now Christian showing cracks in their foundation. It's 18-12. Served by Scheer to the back row. Koyman to Weber. Now to King. King to Henry. To Scheer. To Peppel. Dug out by Griffith. Weber to King. There's a block, and it's out of bounds, and a point to Christian. 18-13 our score. St. Thomas More ahead by 5 here in set number 4, trailing in this match 2-1. Henry to Peppel. Great dig by Benda. Henry hits it across. Allsteel hits the deck. King now to Benda, to Henry, to Boyum. Oh, what a good play by Maddie. Now Weber to Allsteel. Back row, front row, Henry to Boyum. And did she hit it in? No, she did not. That's a point for Christian, nearly a kill for STM. And it's 18-14. This proverbial seesaw set goes down to a point for Christian, and there's another point for Christian. Great play at the net by 8th grade sensation Liza Kiefer, and it's 18-14. Libero, Paisley Griffith to serve, and there's an ace for Paisley, and the Comets fans getting back into it. Now Coach Phillipson calls timeout. It's 18-16. There is no margin for error, nowhere to hide for the Lady Cavs. They are trailing in this match, and now here we go. We've got a Dolly Parton 9-5 song going, and that brings back memories of that 1980 movie. And now listen to the Cavs students saying, "We can't hear you." They're making so much noise right now, and it's hard for the Comets students to respond. And now the Comets fans, they're trying to make some noise. And now the Cavs fans are drowning out the Comets fans. Man, what a battle of the student bodies. It's a spirit war here at STM. Griffith to serve. It's a epic match on the court. Peppel, back row to Koyman. Weber sets up King. King pulls the string, and that was a good decision by Grace King, Faith King rather, who makes it 18-17. The Lady Comets are stormed back, scoring 5 points in a row. Here comes Henry to Boyum. Boyum's hit, dug out by Griffith. Play at the net. King gets the point, and Faith King has just tied set number 4 at 18-18. St. Thomas More now needs to respond. Peppel to Henry. Confusion. Peppel to the back row. Koyman to Weber. Here comes King. King to the back row, and Faith King gets her 3rd consecutive point and gives the Comets the lead in the 4th set. It's 19-18, and the fans who have been on their seats for a while are back on their feet, celebrating a 19-18 lead. And now the students for Rapid City Christian making noise, and activities director Kyle Courtney, I think, trying to de-escalate the combative spirit battle between these two schools. Wow, unbelievable. This has been a championship match that feels at times like a championship bout. Mike Fell, Regan Dewar, technical director Braden Strain with you. This is what it's all about in volleyball at the end of October. We've had this match circled since the schedule came out months ago. Here comes a serve by Paisley Griffith. Back row Peppel to Henry, back to Lauren Peppel. Lady Cavs desperate to stop the 7-0 run, and Kaiser hits it too far. Kiefer hits it too far. Now wait a minute, they're giving a point to Christian. I thought the Cavs had the point, but they're gonna say the ball was deflected at the net. And they changed the call in favor of the Lady Comets. It's 20-18. Boyum with a kill at the wickets of Chloe Weber, and STM back to within 1. And now here comes the super server and one of the great national anthem singers tonight, Mara Wilkening for STM. Wilkening serving for a tie. Gets it to the back row. Griffith to Weber to King from the other side. Ball hit up into the air by Boardwell. Henry to Benda. Benda with a spike. Here comes King. Ball deflects. Back row, front row. King hits it across. What a dig by Birdwell to Henry to Benda. And that's a point. No, it's not. The Comets keep it going. What a play. What a dig by Christian. Benda with a spike. Great block. Ball continues onward. Then the Cavs hit it inbound. Yes, sir, they did. And we are tied with 20/20 vision in the 4th set. And listen to these students for STM. They're up to a 10 out of 10 intensity level. Served by Wilkening. Play by Allsteel. She hits it into her own net. And it's 21-20. Lady Cavs are 4 points away from forcing a decisive 5th set. This is volleyball at its absolute best. It's matches like this that are turning me into a volleyball fan, to be candid. I didn't see my first volleyball match until 3 years ago. I don't think we've ever had a match like this one before. We did have that great 5-set match against Hill City a year ago. This is, I think, better. Long serve is hit sideways out of bounds by Wilkening, and now the Lady Comets go back on top, 22-20. Senior Grace Faith King to serve. Faith serves. Wilkening to Henry. Over to Benda, who gets the point and ties the score at 22-22. Oh, mercy. Henry to serve, the all-time assist leader in the history of St. Thomas More volleyball. Anna hits it across perfectly. Allsteal to King, back to Allsteal, dug out by Wilkening, play at the net. What a dig by Henry. Play at the net, hit across by Griffith. Back row, high-low action. Henry sets up Benda, who scores! And the Lady Cavs are back in front again, 23-22. Lady Cavs are 2 points away from forcing a decisive fifth set. Collision in the back row for Christian. King hits it into the net, and it's 24-22. Set point for St. Thomas More. Coach Weber wants a timeout. Listen to the crowd. And for the first time tonight, every parent on their feet for STM. We're so proud of the Lady Cavs. And these two student sections going back and forth for their team. And Max Speed, Curtis Farnsworth, Cole Nielsen, Ryan Degebauer, and the Cavs super football team. They are just absolutely putting on a spirit show here to the left of us. We're in the fourth set. STM 24, Christian 22. Set point coming up in moments. The Lady Cavs, who trailed by 7 points midway through the third set, have a chance to make it a winner-take-all fifth set if they can win this set. And you wouldn't want a better serve point here coming from anyone else than Anna Henry. King hits it hard, kept alive by Strain to Henry, to Benda, who hits it out of bounds. And it's a 24-23 score. It's still set point for STM. Serving is May Callahan, a 5'7" senior for Christian. No margin for error. Playing for the set is the Lady Cavs. Grimshaw's shot is blocked, and it's a 24-24 tie. And now the Lady Comets are 2 points away as Callahan serves from winning this match and earning a share of the title. Henry to Benda. Benda pulls the string. King to Allsteal. Wilkening in trouble, loses sight of her play. Coach Phillipson furious. One of the Lady Cavs was not where she was supposed to be. And now it is match point. May Callahan to serve for the region title and a share of the title. Ball hit to the side. Benda to Henry. She keeps the game match going. Here comes Weber, block at the net, and it's a tie game at 25. Oh my, oh my. And the match and the set continues onward. Now it will be Caitlin Strain, the younger sister of technical director Braden Strain, to serve, and she gets an ace on the back line, and it's set point for STM. That's like hitting a ping pong ball off the side of the table. Here comes the serve for the set. Callahan to the front row. Block, and the Cavs win the set! We're going to set number 5. It's 5 alive at the Security First Bank Court of Champions. How about these Lady Cavs? They refuse to lose. They won't go away. And we will play to the end tonight in this epic comeback by STM. Lady Cavs win the fourth set, 28 to 20, 27 to 25. Wow. So proud of these Lady Cavs. And Lady Comets fans, you got to be proud of your team too. What a comeback. What a match. We are just moments away from a decisive Game 5, Set 5. Lady Cavs are 15 points away from one of the greatest comebacks and greatest moments in program history. The Lady Comets, they can win this match, the region, the number 1 seed, a playoff bye, and a share of the title if they can rebound. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ at the center of the thoughts of everyone playing this match and coaching this match. We give glory to you, Lord Jesus, for showing us how to live and giving us eternal life. And we thank you, Lord, for your saving grace. St. Thomas More, 2. Rapid City Christian, 2. First team to 15, not 25, but 15 wins. If we've seen a player shine bright in the 5th set in recent years, it has been junior Leighton Shear, and you sense that maybe Shear, Benda, Henry could all play very prominent roles. This is as good as it gets, folks. We're so glad you're all watching. Mike Fell, Braden Strain, Regan Dewar, our stream team, as we refer to one another as a team. What a match. STM trying to earn a first-round playoff bye in an outright Black Hills Conference title. Coach Phillipson, win or lose, she cannot be more proud of her team and this comeback. And Coach Weber, you know she believes in her girls, rightly so. This is a meeting of 2 teams that I would not be surprised play in front of huge crowds at the Monument in a month or so. Wow. These 2 teams in this match has felt like a clash of titans and a clash of teams that deserve to make it to state this year. We begin the 5th set. Boom, we're underway. Back row Callahan to King to Weber. There's a block. Griffith keeps it alive. Reverse set. Great play by Allsteel. Henry pushes it across. Good dig by King. Here comes Weber. She slaps it across. Suddenly the energy level much higher after that extended break between sets. King hits it over the net. Henry sets up Benda. Benda hits it hard. The Lady Comets maybe should have let that go, and then they hit it out of bounds, and the Cavs score first. Every point absolutely monumental now here in the 5th set in this 2-2 match. Serve, back row, Callahan to King to Weber. Over to Wilkening, to Henry, sets up, shared, there's a spike and a kill. And didn't I just mention Leighton Shear last year in the regional semifinals? Leighton stood tall in the 5th set to get the Lady Cavs to the Sodak 16. She's born for moments like this. Weber hits it hard and scores for the Comets. It's 2-1. Allsteel to serve. Lady Cavs 2, Lady Comets 1. This is the 5th and decisive set number 5. Henry to Shear, back row. Allsteal to King, over to Weber, dug out by Strain to Shear. Strain pushes it across. Allsteal to the front row, sets up Weber. Weber with a good hit, good save there by Wilkening. Henry, spike at the net by Benda, and they hit it across somehow. What a remarkable save by the Lady Comets. Allsteal, play at the net, no doubt Shear. Leighton Shear just slammed the snowball down the chimney to make it 3-1 St. Thomas More. How about these Lady Cavs? This is the first time they have led by 2 points in this match. Underline match. Peppel to Henry. Spike by Shear is a kill, and it's 4-1. The Lady Cavs, they're finding something that championship teams find in the Black Hills. It's 4-1, STM. Here comes a spike. Back row Callahan, King, Allsteal, dug out by Benda. Peppel, there's a point by Lauren Peppel. Peppel coming up strong. Timeout, Comets. Celebrate, Lady Cavs fans. Celebrate. Your Lady Cavs are 10 points away from a championship. Wow. The students saying, why so quiet? They're just lifting the Lady Cavs to new heights. 5-1 STM. St. Thomas More leading by 4. Michaela Phillipson. She has been on a mission to get the Lady Cavs to the top of this league. She is close. 5-1 St. Thomas More by 4. Serving is Kesley Benda. Benda, if the Lady Cavs prevail tonight, will have a very special place in the legendary history of this Lady Cavs volleyball program. Benda to serve. Flying serve handled on the back row by Callahan. Here comes Weber. Good dig by Strain, but it hits the rafters. Comes straight down quickly, and the Comets get a much needed point. It's 5-2. First team to 15 here in the 15th set wins. Serving is Koyman, the 8th grader. Back row to Henry. Spiked by Shear is kept alive. Weber hits it hard. Ball hit into the rafters. Is it going to be a basket? No. Here come the Lady Cavs. They keep it going. That was like watching a back of a pinball machine right there with the pinball. Here come the Lady Cavs. There's confusion. There's a point. And the Lady Cavs say that was an early whistle. Coach Phillipson doesn't agree with the call. And it's 5-3. Now a serve by Koyman. Koyman to Benda, to Henry. Here comes Shear. She pulls the string. It doesn't work this time. Push shot. Callahan to Peppel. There's a spike, and the ball goes out of bounds. Oh, wait, they give the point to the Cavs. It's 6-3. Or wait a minute. Who got the point? They give it to STM. I don't know if I agree with that call. I thought the ball was out of bounds and was a Comets point. It's now 6-3 STM. Serving is Caitlin Birdwell. Ball goes to the front. Here comes Chloe Weber. Watch out. Good dig there by Benda to keep it alive. Peppel, one-handed slam shot across the way. Here comes Chloe Weber. Ball kept alive by Peppel to Henry to Peppel. There's a block. Ball hit up into the rafters. Spotted by Henry wisely. Play at the net. That's a point for the Cavs. A hard-earned point makes it 7-3. Lady Cavs nearly halfway to a championship. and a region #1 seed in a first round playoff bye. Long serve, hit up into the air. Ball hit across by Weber. It goes to Peppel. Peppel hits it strong. Griffith hits it on the back row as the libero for Christian. Here comes STM. There's a point by Leighton Shear. Leighton Shear owns the 5th set. And let's hear it for the Lady Cavs. A standing ovation for our Lady Cavaliers. It's 8-3, STM. Wow. The Lady Cavs are 7 points away from perhaps the greatest comeback and the sweetest title ever. And the undefeated football team challenging the Christian fans. Why so quiet? And they're making a lot of noise. By the way, gives us a chance to remind you, you can see the #2 ranked state championship contending Cavaliers team in action at 4:40 from Cavalier Field. It's the #2 seeded Cavs hosting the #7 seeded Mount Vernon Plankington Titans. For a trip to the Final Four, we'll have all the action for you Thursday night right here on the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. Here comes a serve by Birdwell. High-low action, Weber with a spike, and what a one-handed safe dig right there by Birdwell, or rather by Benda. Peppel to Henry, spike, and a kill by Leighton Shear. Leighton Shear in the 5th set can do no wrong. We saw it last year, and we're seeing it again. It's 9-3. Lady Cavs are 6 points away from a championship tonight. Here's a serve. Back row Callahan. Here comes Weber. There's another block. It's 10-3. The Lady Cavs are having the time of their life. They deserve it. Some of the reserved Cavs fans and people around the program are showing a facial expression of excitement and a little bit of disbelief, I think. Here we go. There's a great touch shot by the Comets. It's 10-4. It's going to take a miracle comeback now for Coach Weber and the Lady Comets. Lady Cavs leading 10-4. 5 points away from winning the match and owning an outright Black Hills Conference title tonight. Peppel hits it hard, scores! Lauren Peppel, way to go! It's 11-4. What a great play by Lauren. The Lady Cavs are 4 score away from a championship. Here comes a serve. Back row Griffith, ahead to Weber. King hits it over, dug out by Peppel. There's a touch shot by Boyum. Christian to counter, and there's a great play by Grace King, Faith King, to make it 11-5. Great play by Faith. Now Paisley Griffith to serve, down 6. Lady Cavs 4 points away from a title. Peppel to hit it across. King, Weber, King, ball hit and scores for Christian. It's King, and it's now 11-6. And now the Lady Comets showing they can be resilient in this match too. Served by Griffith, hit hard. Benda to Henry, to Boyum. There's a great block at the net by Kiefer and Allsteel. Ball hit across. Play hit back into the air. Reversal push shot across. Birdwell to Strain. Peppel with a block. Deflection. She somehow keeps it alive. Somehow. Ball goes to the back row. These two teams really on their game here in the 5th set. Benda to Henry. Here comes Peppel, and it's blocked and kept alive. Henry taps it. Great dig by Griffith. And Kiefer hits it into the Barber's stick, and it's 12-6. That's an out-of-bounds play. You can't do that. The 8th grader, Kiefer, loses awareness of her surroundings for the moment. It's 12-6. Here comes a serve from Mara Wilkening. Wilkening to the back row to Griffith. Here comes a play by King. Henry looked out for the pull the string play, and it worked. There's a play at the net, and good job by Liza Kiefer to get the point. It's 12-7. The Lady Cavs are 3 points away from winning the match and an outright Black Hills Conference title. Served by Faith King is a good one. Wilkening can't handle a routine return volley. It's 12-8. Wilkening just didn't handle that the way that she needed to. Faith King to serve again. The Comets starting to fight back. Wilkening to Henry. There's a spike. Ball kept alive by King to Griffith. It hits the rafters. Birdwell probably didn't need to hit that. It goes now to Benda. Back it goes to Allsteel, and that's a point. She hits it into the net. Perhaps fatigue here at the end of the 5th set making a difference. 13-8. Lady Cavs are 2 points away, and Max Speed's showing the fans for Christian what that needed to happen there. Man, Max is something. Great spike by Allsteel, and it's out of bounds, and it's match point. The Lady Cavs can win their outright Black Hills Conference Championship right here, right now. Served by Henry. The Comets must score to keep this match alive. Wilkening, Henry for the match. Boyum touches it across. There's a winner. That's a championship. Michaela Phillipson and your 2025 Lady Cavs are the champions of the Black Hills Conference. Let's go get Coach Phillipson up here after we all pray and celebrate this one together. This is a comeback for the ages. Look at the students. Let's get them. There's our own technical director, Braden Strain, dressed as a lemur, jumping up and down. All the students going wild on costume night. This is what it's all about. The Lady Cavaliers are champions, outright champions, winning 3-2 in this epic comeback match. And we're now going to be calm and pray and celebrate with our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Unbelievable, unbelievable. We're going to talk now to Michaela Phillipson. And this is going to be a conversation you want to hear. And Coach, congratulations. I need a high five. Championship. What a win.
Oh my gosh, I completely even forgot about the conference championship, to be honest.
You know,
I completely forgot about that. Oh my gosh. I'm just, emotions are really high. Super proud of my girls. So
I've seen a lot of comebacks, but I don't know that I've seen a comeback where I was reading the facial expressions of players, coaches on the bench. It did not look good midway through the 3rd quarter. Your team is special. They have a championship medal. They proved it.
They do. They're very special. They are girls that will never give up. Even though they get down on themselves sometimes, it's just because they really want to win. And we all have the same goal on the team, and that's kind of what I was talking to them before the game about, is that we all have the same goal. We all know that this was an important game, and we had to play for our teammates.
Yeah.
And I think that they proved that. And to be honest, they love 5-set games. They proved themselves. They love the 5th set. So I knew that we had to win the 3rd and 4th set and just make it to the 5th set. And I knew that we could pull it out. I
could feel the shift in momentum. Hats off to the to the conditioning of your team. When you get into a match like this, conditioning matters.
It does completely. Yeah, they work hard in the weight room, and so that really helps us out. But we also to be honest, I don't know how long of a practice is a normal practice, but I have been told that my practices are a little bit long, and so I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't really know, but they know that every single practice I expect a lot out of them, and I'm always doing drills that challenge them, like, hey, you have to complete this drill before we can go home. Yeah. And so I think that really helps them because I'm never just going to be like, oh, okay, practice is over at 5:30 or whatever, go home. They know that they have to work hard and do well in practice and finish a goal in order for them to go home.
Let's talk about the third set. I can't say enough about Kesley Benda's performance. Somebody had to kind of step up and raise the tent pole for the whole team, and I thought Kesley was really there for that moment.
I agree. I think Kesley was definitely like the driving force of like winning the third set and then moving on, and I think it gave everybody hope. They saw Kesley be able to score a lot, and it gave everybody hope. And she was, oh my gosh, flying around defensively as well. And it takes one person to do that.
It does.
And it spreads into everybody else. And I've told them that so many times. And the great thing is that I see that in different players every single game. It's not always just one player. And so I think that's really special about my team.
We saw it last year when your team reached the SODAC 16 in the fifth set. Leighton Shear, she seems to live for that late stages. She was really good at the end.
Oh yeah, Leighton is she's a game changer. I mean, she really is. She is so smart, and she has all the ability in the world. And so definitely whenever we get in tight sets and stuff like that, I know that Anna's like, where's Leighton? Where's Leighton? Because she is a game changer. She can win us games, and she definitely proved that tonight as well.
Final thoughts here. Let's give Rapid City Christian a ton of credit. This is a great team that your team battled for 5 sets. They are absolute wonderful sisters in Christ. I mean, we can't say enough about our opponent and their fans. This was what it's all about with these two schools when they get together.
And the thing is it's going to be a fight every single year because looking at their JV and looking at their C team, they're also very amazing. And so it's also for me like, oh my gosh, like they're just going to keep being good. But that's the culture that they have now with Crystal Weber there. I think she's done a great job, and they're going to continue doing great jobs because I think that I know for a fact Crystal just wants not necessarily Rapid City Christian to be amazing at volleyball. I know she does, but she wants Rapid City in general to be amazing at volleyball. And so I just think having that mindset is going to get their program a lot of wins and a lot of success, and she's going to continue doing great things at RCC.
So the win tonight's going to mean a first-round playoff bye. That's a nice thing, right?
Yes.
And it's great to have to know that we don't have another match for 9 days. And
I know. Oh my gosh, I need that.
Yeah, I think I need it.
Yeah,
we all need it.
I know. The girls need it for sure. It's been a really long season. If you look at On Bound and look at our matches, we are very close with matches. I think RCC has one more match than us.
That's
but if
correct.
You look at other teams, they don't play as many matches as we do. And so it's just been a very long, grueling season, and it's just so exciting knowing that our hard work starting in August is paying off, and that's all credit to my girls, so very proud of them.
Well, tomorrow we're going to have our special Meet the Cavs Fall Sports Edition, and look forward to talking. Hopefully we get to talk to you again and talk to the seniors at the weight room at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Man, Anna Henry, she absolutely, you described her earlier this year as like having a coach on the floor. I'd be so happy for Anna.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Anna's great. She tries so hard. It's amazing having her because she literally knows what to do. I think she knows what's going to come out of my mouth every single time I'm in the huddle. She says it before I do. I'm like, yep, that's exactly what we have to do. She just knows the game so well, and we're definitely going to miss her next year.
Coach, congratulations. Enjoy this with your team. Black Hills Conference champions. And on behalf of all of the Cavs fans, I just want to say thank you for being our coach. It's amazing that we can enjoy this.
Well, thank you. I mean, I absolutely love STM, and it's because of my girls. I mean, they fight so hard for me. I want to fight for them. Like, I just love it here because a lot of things, but mainly because of them. I mean, they make this school home for me. So, yeah, I love it.
Outstanding. Congrats, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's head coach Michaela Phillipson. The Lady Cavaliers tonight win in 5 sets, 3-2. St. Thomas More outright Black Hills Conference champions. Their first conference championship in volleyball in 6 years. And in just 2 seasons, head coach Michaela Phillipson has taken the Lady Cavs to the summit. And it's all time for pictures, smiles, and a trophy. And we will head to the postseason. We will have every postseason match for you. We will have volleyball coming your way a week from Thursday, right here at the Security First Bank Court of Champions, against the winner of the 4 versus 5 seed match, which it appears is going to be whoever can win against between Hot Springs and Custer. And if the Lady Cavs can win that match a week from Thursday, they will be back in the SODAC 16. For the Lady Comets, they will host Belle Fourche at Hart Ranch on Tuesday night. And they will need to take out a very good, most likely very good, they'll most likely have to beat Hill City at home in the regional semis. The winner of this match tonight was able to pick up so much in terms of positioning, seeding, and on top of that, just getting their program set up for a run at the state tournament, which will be right here at the Monument in Rapid City. For Regan Dewar, oh, listen to that. Coach Phillipson goes in to the locker room, and there is a scream. Everybody's so happy. Can't say enough about both of these teams tonight. Lady Comets fans, your team has an excellent shot to get to the state tournament, and we tip our hat to you and Coach Weber and the program, and we thank all of you Lady Comets fans for tuning in. And Cavs fans, Lady Cavs fans, rejoice. It's a triple crown, a trifecta. The Lady Cavs win the Black Hills Conference soccer title. The Lady Cavs volleyball team wins the Black Hills Conference volleyball title. And the St. Thomas More football team stands alone atop the Black Hills Conference in football. We will bring you football on Thursday. Join us at 4:40 from Cavalier Field. I'll have the play-by-play. Regan Dewar, a technical director, Braden Strain. We will be with you at 4:40 on Thursday. Make noise, get ready, bring it. And tomorrow we'll have a special fall sports edition of a conversation with the coaches and seniors from a number of the fall sports teams that all had, so many of them had great seasons, championship seasons, and amazing careers to celebrate and remember. And we tip our hat to everyone that will join us as part of tomorrow's first ever Fall Sports Meet the Cavaliers. It's our spotlight shining on all the fall sports, not counting football, which we did our Meet the Cavs for football back in September. For our technical director, Regan Dewar, for Braden Strain, technical director Braden Strain, and our camera operator, Regan Dewar, this is Mike Fell saying thanks for watching. The Lady Cavs win tonight in 5 sets, 3-2. They did it. They came back beat the odds, won sets 3, 4, and 5 in dramatic fashion, and are celebrating an outright Black Hills Conference champions. Your Lady Cavs are the 2025 Black Hills Conference champions of the Black Hills Conference in volleyball. For all of us here at the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network, thank you for watching, and good night from Rapid City, South Dakota.